Okay, right now we're inside of a cave. It's called Andrew V. Mine. And how do I know that? Top right on the map. It says what map you're in. Here's the map thing. It shows this. It shows our enemies. And there's enemies even way back there that you can barely see. You're going to notice right here, I haven't done anything yet, but suddenly I have a new magic spell. I'm going to switch this over because this one's pretty good when you deal with bosses or things with lots of hit points. Because it says what it does is it slows them down a little bit, stacks up to 3 times, and takes up a lot of damage. But this is pretty weak right now. Right now these are level 2, and that's a little bit stronger than the other ones. So let me show you how to beef yourself up. Okay, you've already learned L pulls up your quest menu, and look at this as a different quest than last time. Push L again and it takes it away. Push K right next to it and it pulls up your class roster and menus and everything. Shows all your spells you know and talents and everything. So you can read what you want on your own times. Just highlight over it. For right now, for the quickie, if you're in a magician type thing, you want to get your cast speed up. In other words, cast your magic faster. The faster you are, the more damage you can do really fast. It's really important for magicians and clerics. Okay, well, let's do that. Okay, let's take a look at a few of the other ones. If I have a staff in my hand, which I do, if I click on this, each time I click it, I get an extra 1% bonus for damage for my attack and magic attack. If I cast a spell, it's 1% stronger. 1% ain't much. 10% is a lot, especially the higher levels you get. That's per, yeah, something like that. Per level, you get more stuff. Okay, critical damage and critical rate. If you're lucky enough on your roll, for instance, this one is at, once I get it to 1%, if I get that rare 1% for my magical critical rate, then my damage, my magical critical damage comes into effect, which would be 2% once I click on that. You'd think right now that'd be awesome if you did that right now first, but really 1 plus 1% of 1 is really like 1.1. It's not going to do much more damage. Wait till your damage is up into the thousands. Then you're going to get an extra couple hundred damage to that, which comes into effect. So that's why I'm doing cast speed first. 1% doesn't seem like much, but 1 second, adding 0.1 seconds to that, or 0.01 seconds, is a lot better than nothing. And once it gets 5%, then you're getting more stuff. Evade is important, but later on. That's low on my priority list. And elemental resistances, nothing's going to cast magic at you not in this map at all. Wait until the next map. Tranquil Hill. And so on. I usually start cast speed, the critical rate, and critical damage. 5 each. So that's your 15 levels right there. What that'll do is that you'll cast 5% faster. You'll get a 5% increase in your rate. And you're going to do about 10% more damage, which helps out. After you get 5 knowledge points into these, you'll notice that you'll have to spend 2 knowledge points for each increase past that, usually a maximum of 10 or 20 in each category. And you'll notice some of these have arrows and some of these are darkened. So I would need to get 10, 10, and for here 10 to go to the next category. This one to that one, and so on. So I'm done with here. Have I confirmed it? Let's confirm it. Good. And now this is set in stone. Let's say I have that and it's in green. It's like, oh, I put too many in here. I want to put in another category. You can click refresh and it'll reset the ones you have not, already set in stone. Next thing, your regular skills and your class skills. We'll explain a lot about this. Just know right now they're divided into 2 skills. Regular, which is your character skills, that goes across the entire category. Let's get this up to level. Notice each time you do these, it costs money. This costs 5 silver, and now it's going to cost 6 silver, and then the next one's going to cost 7 silver. And that's how much silver you have left after that. Class skills. This is class points. It's not going to cost you money. but it's going to cost you class points. So this one's going to start at 54 out of 80, and I don't have enough for the next one, even if I did want it, but I can't. Maximum level 2. Alright, so I've done everything I could. I can't do much more. You notice the stuff I tossed out before, the sit and the pickup actions? If you accidentally do that, don't worry about it. You can pick them up here and bring them down. I can do all the rest of these attack if I want, which I don't care. Pick up, soul's return, wave. I'll teach you about social actions later. Right now we're just getting through the basics. Okay. Right now what we're going to do is we're going to defeat some cave mushroids. So I'm going to stand myself up. After a while your character will sit down to regenerate and everything, even if it doesn't need it. So I'm just going to immediately just start attacking. Notice I have a wand in front of me. Now it's gone. I right click to disappear that. Sometimes when you're attacking you just get kind of caught up in pushing buttons, and then once you defeat them you'll notice sometimes you get stuck with a, and I pushed number 2 before I finished killing it. Number 2 is what? Lightning. I right click, it disappears. You can do that if you want to, if that annoys you to having a wand in front of you. But let's say I don't have an enemy selected. I miss him. And I push 1. I have the firebomb stored in here. So if I left click on him now, I'm going to automatically firebomb. Beware of that. If you see your wand in front of you and you click for information, it may not give you information. It may just start attacking right off. Now these guys are close. I'm going to show you what happens when I attack someone close. He's already hit me once, but I killed him already. At this point, it doesn't make a difference, but if they're really strong, like that monster way off in the distance here, alright, I killed 4 of them. Then I could get killed myself. So I'm going to right click, get rid of that thing, head up, and I'm going to turn in my quest. You can do that by any means that I showed you before. Obviously, pushing L and finding the person is not going to make much of a difference right now. We're going to confirm his quest, and he's going to say, oh, thank you, wonderful person you are. Here's a new quest. Here's what I need you to do. Collect blue crystal shard. Here's the rewards I'll give you. You accept. And now this one's going to be a different type of quest. Some quests you're going to receive an item, and you have to use that item to complete the quest. This one is to defeat Jahan. Jahan's different than the cave mushroids in that he is red. A red person will come up and attack you. So if you go up and you're thinking I'm going to go right in front of him and then I'm going to figure out what I'm going to do next, he's going to start beating up on you while you're figuring that out. So to use a quest item, I'm going to have to beat him with this axe. So I'm going to right click on it, and suddenly I have the new quest item. And since it's a physical beating up item, here's this information. I have to pretty much destroy his arm, annihilate his head. What this is saying, if you have to destroy part of a demon or a monster or anything, they have what you call break points. You have to break that